Hello everyone, I'm Nick from nextstepnick.com and today we're going to talk a bit about Grounded. So, everyone's kind of been talking about this recently. It's available in the Xbox Game Pass and the PC Game Pass. It's the latest game from Obsidian Entertainment, so you'll know them from Fallout New Vegas and most recently The Outer Worlds. And it's okay. It's okay. I think the first thing to say about it is it's a very attractive game. You're basically one of 4 teenagers or kids who have been shrunk down and you're then in kind of a garden environment and you have to survive in there. It's a survival game. It looks really, really nice. I really like the environment itself. There's a lot of cool stuff to find and I like the fact as well that the frame rate isn't capped. So I'm on 120 here, but you can also choose 60 or 30 or whatever kind of suits you, which makes it really accessible. I really enjoyed it for the most part. This is just a preview, so it is quite bare bones and it needs a lot of work, but it's got the basic sort of crafting elements. You're cutting down different things like grass rather than trees. You're collecting things like pebblets, which are like pebbles to be honest. There's different items you can find and craft and analyse inside this kind of analyzer, and then you're building your base and making sure that you're safe against the wild and growing and exploring and trying to find a way to sort of grow yourself back up again. The preview isn't hugely long. You can finish all of the content quite quickly and then you're just sort of messing about with crafting. But the crafting system's quite nice. I like the fact that the snap when you're building isn't as egregious as it was in stuff like Fallout 4. It could feel a bit egregious sometimes. And when you've actually got like a nice base, it feels quite nice to sort of come home and have this little grass hut, for example. Really, really sweet. I like those kind of elements. There's a lot of stuff to craft at this point as well, so I'm hoping there'll be more and more in future, because there is a lot but you run out quite quick. I'd like there to be more and more options, but of course with a preview you're probably going to see that in future. There's a lot of ways you can make different items and stuff like that, and you could also analyse what you find, as I mentioned earlier, so you can check out, for example, if you find an interesting rock and stuff like that, and find recipes from where you can use that and how you can use that to build things. At the moment, it's a bit of a clunky system, to be honest, because you have to wait for these analyzer charges, and they can take sort of 8 to 10 minutes at a time, which kind of slows the gameplay a bit if you know what you're going towards, but you just haven't got enough charges. But then at the same time, I didn't really notice it because I was exploring a lot. I think the exploration is really well done. The world feels quite nicely crafted. It's not just a randomly generated world at this point, so you can see there's been a little bit of artistic integrity here where things have been carefully placed in certain areas. So when you're climbing up a tree, for example, to pull like a globule of clean water down, or if you come up against some food that some like large people have left, it does feel nice. You feel like this little creature and you feel quite helpless, and it's generally quite impressive. And that's when the game's at its best. Combat at the moment is a bit clunky. It's basically, you have like a blocking system, but it doesn't feel that great. It sometimes feels a bit slow and sludgy, and as well as that, enemies tend to clip through things and they hurt you way too quickly, especially at the earlier stages. I'm not going to show the massive spider. You do see him on my Twitch if you do head over there, but yeah, it's just a one-hit kill if it gets too close to you, and sometimes it does just sort of sit on your corpse, and when you're dead you have to go back and sort of get your items from your backpack. So if it just sits on your corpse, you're a bit stuck. It's okay, it needs a bit of work, it feels a little bit clunky, and against massive amounts of enemies, you've not got a chance really, but at the same time, it's nice. As a groundwork, ironically, really interesting, so definitely check it out. Anyway, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you have enjoyed this. Head over to nextstepnick.com for all the latest news, reviews and articles, or follow me on Twitch by searching for nextstepnick on Twitch. Hopefully I'll see you there.